Hey everyone, my name is Lake Meadows, and today I'm going to take you along my new purchase of a 1993 Ford Falcon 190. So I just picked this thing up yesterday, and it's going to be my new home for a while, and I'm going to be traveling around the United States, surfing, making films, making documentaries, and building my career in surfing and filmmaking, so on and so forth. And I needed a vehicle that was capable, reliable, and was still easy to work on, being that in today's day and age everything is either gotta have a rocket science to work on it, gotta plug chips, computers, ECUs, all that stuff. And so this thing is got a Windsor 351 V8 electronically fuel injected, and she's got 110,000 miles, originally from the Sunshine State of Florida. And believe it or not, in about a month and a half, that's exactly where we're going to be taking this thing back to. So I'm going to take you guys through, do a little walk around, and then we'll show you the inside. And so you can see, you know, she's a bit of a fixer-upper, but for being from 1993, it's in really good shape. The bones, the structural body is solidly intact. You can see in the wheel well fenders, everything is very clean. Not a lot of rust in there. And then the one thing I do gotta replace is this bushing eventually. You can see it's getting a bit dry rotted. But other than that, there's like no rust in the typical door panels like on the Econolines. I'll leave this open, show you guys. There are some dents you can see here, you know, little scratches, but you know, it's not nothing perfect, and it allows you to still keep it nice but fix it up on the road. And then right here you can see these patches we're gonna go through eventually and replace these areas, patch them up, so in that way you don't hear this on the road because it gets kind of annoying. But other than that, it's just a little touch-up stuff. Got mostly metal bodywork, and then we've got fiberglass for the top extension, and it's about 3 foot, that fiberglass top. I believe it's one of the tallest models that they made, and it's 10 foot from the ground to the top of the AC unit. And so yeah. And then the original owner who first bought it was paranoid of mice crawling up the exhaust, so he put a mesh with a hose clamp. Show you here in this wheel well. See, everything's solid. There's a little bit of some surface rust, but you can always do some treatments for that. Like I said, there's a little scratch here, but as far as, you know, B93, she's solid. And then we got good old Core Surf sticker from Dennis. He's down in Cape Canaveral, Florida. If you guys are ever looking for used boards, new boards, custom made boards too, he does it all. Very nice guy, down to earth, and he'll be happy to take care of you. And so here you can see I'm still questioning whether I want to keep this compartment for solar batteries and stuff, but like these here, we're gonna patch these up and then try and paint the original paint to make everything look seamless. And then these ones, I'll probably keep this for having shore power. And then I'm not sure with this one. I think this was like a AC vent or some kind of ducking, maybe, I don't know, but I'm sure we can figure something for it to be used. Get in there, bad boy. But yeah, so she's pretty solid. Take a quick little trip underneath, and you can see like there's no in the surface rust, but it's solid all the way under. There are a couple things we do gotta fix on it, and that is, the first thing is the gas leak. So whenever you go to the pump, it just like pees gas out the back, and so I think it's something to do with like the overfill or like a airflow, something like that. But we'll take a look at that today. And then the other thing is got a power steering leak. We'll show you. here's the engine bay, and right down there is a power steering pump. Let's see if I can get you down in there and see. But right down there, I'll show you another time. But yeah, so it's solid in here, and it's not all rusted out either. And now for the part everyone's been waiting for, let's do the interior. So we got the back. Here's a Safari. Got a little tow hitch, so maybe one day we'll get a boat to tow. And she's still, I mean, like, beautiful. The trim, the original paneling. And so this is what we're working with, folks. Got the original 93 Dometic fridge. I'm gonna try and see if we can refurbish it, but she might have seen some better days. We'll see. But we've got extra shocks that came with the van, the bushings. We're gonna put these all on before we hit the road, so she's running a little smoother. And then let's see what else. So we've got the original water tank, the original sliding board that went for the bed area up there, and then basically, as you can see, she's fully gutted out. So I like it this way. This way I can build it the way I want and make it structurally sound. So I'm gonna hop up in here, give you guys a little tour. And so you can see there's like tons of little holes all in the floorboard areas, from where they used to originally have either the water tanks, the plumbing, the electrical, septic, like all that stuff. So what I'm gonna be doing is, I suppose we're gonna be making this like an adventure surf mobile off-grid, that will have solar panels, water, electricity. We'll have fridges, you name it, we'll have all this stuff. And the other thing too is I want to make it like eco-friendly. So we'll have like wool insulation with cedar paneling. We'll have like copper plates on the outlets, so helps with the reduce the EMF radiation, because you don't want to be inside of your camper sleeping and then just being essentially radiated or zapped, you know. And plus this regular insulation, the pink stuff, it's got fiberglass and all sorts of stuff in it. But as far as the walls, I mean, the fiberglass is solid, and so that's good. We'll just go through, restructural it, put the integrity back. You can literally see they just bonded. And but get in mind, this is factory cuts from 93, and like this is literally what they did. Like this is factory hacksaw shit right here, I kid you not. And so I mean, I would never do that if I was working the dealership, but hey, things slid a little better back then. So but yeah, so this we're gonna go through. You gotta see, we're gonna have to go through and caulk all the way through, make sure it's all airtight, watertight, no leaking. And then we're gonna want to reinforce this fiberglass. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rip all this shit off. As you can see, it's just barely on there. And what I was thinking of doing is reframing this out, putting fiberglass in there, and then doing complete supports that come to where I can just drill all new into the side of these walls, to make it just extra strong and sturdy. And then what we'll do is I'm gonna go through, once I've sealed and caulked it, we'll put spray foam throughout here, level it, and then yeah, so that way it's all sealed up. And then we'll just kind of build it as we go. The biggest things is that I want to hit the road in like a month and a half, be back down in Florida surfing. So really at the end of the day, my biggest goals is to stack up a good amount of cash so I can have that for the road, an emergency fund. And then the other thing is get the car mechanically sound, so all leaks, gotta change all the fluids in the oil, transmission, the rear diff. And then once that's all solid mechanically, then we'll come into the car, and then we'll go through and start doing all the fiberglass patching and work, get this structurally sound. because I would hate to go down the road and then this thing just blows back one day. And then once we've done the fiberglass in here, then we'll work on the metal, getting that done. I've talked with some people say to use the modern day like silicone with a heat gun and stuff. It's like a Bondo adhesive, because they were saying if you do welding and stuff, because it's so thin that it can sometimes warp the sidewalls. So I gotta do some research, review on that, figure it out a little more. But as of right now, this is where it stands, and I want to get this made and put out, so then that way everything is going smooth. But yeah, and so let's take a trip up here. Enough talking. We've got some old scraps. We even got the original couch that I'm gonna slap back in here somewhere. But and you can see, like, there's plenty of room. I'm standing, I still have like about 1.5 feet above my head, and I'm like 5'7". I'm a little smaller guy, you know, but still, this is perfect for me. I feel like I've got a little mini McMansion, literally on wheels. I can have beachfront property tomorrow, and then wake up and go have lakefront the next day, and then drive 4 days and have mountain view property. You know what I mean? Like, that's pretty bitchin'. So check up here. This is where we're gonna have the bed area where I'll be sleeping, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take out those 2 windows and just fiberglass them in, so I got more privacy. And then I'm still deciding, I think I might keep these windows here, and then I'll probably just put a super thicker tint on these things so they're like pitch black, and I can always get little curtains to hide for privacy. But I think this will be plenty of room for me up here, and you can even have 2 people up here, but one's just plenty of room. Now to the interior part, we've got swivel seats. Both of these bad girls have reclining arms on both sides, so you can be cruising down the road in luxury. It's got a very beautiful like floral teal design in it, which I love. Teal's my favorite color. And then, you know, like there's some trim panels stuff we gotta fix, but for the most part it's pretty, like, she's solid, you know. For being 93, she's still in good condition, mate. Oh, what the hell, I'm missing my other mirror. Didn't even notice that. It's gone, man. What? Yeah, that's messed up. But anywho, yeah, so we're gonna have to go to a junkyard and scrap one of these bad boys. Maybe some other parts too. But it's only got 110,000 miles on it, so she's still, you know, getting warmed up. And if we take good care of it, it'll take care of us. So that's my theory. But anyway, it's got the classic OBX or the OBS style of steering, and got cruise control. Got a little bit of a steering play issue got to fix, but I think it could be related with a power steering pump, so on and so forth. AC works in it, stereo works. The dash condition is in good condition. It was kind of confusing. What's up, players? And then, yeah, this is pretty much it. It's gonna be home. Oh, took the doghouse off earlier. Let's see. And then we got a new stereo that came with it right here. What else? Yeah, we just got a bunch of stuff in it. I'm just gonna go over it today and pretty much make a parts list of what all I need, and then from there I think we can slowly start building and stack our cash up at the same time, and I think in a month and a half we'll be able to hit the road. So hope you guys enjoy. Stay tuned for what's to come. and very excited, very grateful for the adventures. Yeah, man. Peace out.